Okay, in this question, we've got a binomial expansion of 3 minus 2y to the power of 4. This example's got a couple of things that are different to in the last example. First of all, you'll notice there's a minus sign in there, and we'll have to see how that affects things. And also, rather than just having y, we've got 2y, and that will make a difference to what we do as well. So as the power is still small, we can use Pascal's triangle for our binomial coefficients. So let's write in the first and last terms. We've got 3 to the power of 4. And here's the first place where we have to be careful, because the second term is not just 2y, it's minus 2y. So at the end of our expression, we will have minus 2y to the power of 4. Now, it's really important when you're working with binomial expansions, if you've got anything more than a single positive digit here, then you put it in a bracket when you're doing the expansion. So 3 is okay, we can put 3 to the power of 4. But if we've got something like minus 2y or even 2y, put it in a bracket here, and you'll see on the next line why that is so important to avoid making mistakes. Next, let's put in our binomial coefficients. The power is 4, so we want the fourth row, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Next, we'll put in our powers of 3. We had 3 to the 4 here. Then we need 3 cubed. And here we have 3 squared. Then we have 3 to the power of 1. And 3 to the power of 0 doesn't give us anything here. Then we put in our powers of minus 2y. So first of all, minus 2y to the power of 1. And then minus 2y squared. And then minus 2y cubed. Now we can simplify everything down. 3 to the 4 is 81. Then we have 4 times 27. And for now, we'll leave the minus 2y as it is. Next up, we have 6 times 9. And here we have minus 2y all squared. Well, when we square the minus 2, it will become positive 4. So we end up with positive 4y squared. And that's why it's so important to have these brackets around this term here, so that you make sure that you apply the power to everything that's inside the bracket. If you don't do that, you'll often get this value wrong, and you'll often get the sign wrong as well in certain terms. Next up, we've got 4 times 3. And then minus 2 cubed is still negative. It's negative 8. So we get negative 8y cubed. And then for the final term, minus 2 to the power of 4 is positive 16. And so we get 16y to the power of 4. Finally, we'll just tidy everything up. So we've got 81. We've got 4 times 27 times negative 2. So we know it's going to be negative, so we'll put a minus sign here. 4 times 27 times 2 is 216. So we get minus 216y. Next up, we've got 6 times 9 times 4. That's also 216. But this time it's positive. And we've got y squared. For the next term, we're doing 4 times 3 times negative 8. So it's negative. And we get 96 if we multiply those together. Y cubed. And then finally, plus 16y to the 4. So before you try one for yourself, I just want to point out a couple of things. First of all, remember, like in the last example, to add the powers up to check that everything's right on this first line. So 4, we've got 3 plus 1 is 4. We've got 2 plus 2 is 4. 1 plus 3 is 4. And 4, so that's okay. And notice on this last line here, whenever you have a negative term in here, what you'll find is that sometimes when you've got an even power like squared or to the power of 4, that minus sign may cancel out, because here, for example, we did minus 2 squared and got 4. And the consequence is that the terms alternate in signs. We've got a positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. And so that's something to look out for if you've got a minus sign in here. Look out for these alternating terms. Okay, here's one for you to try yourself then. Pause the video and then come back and check your solution against mine. Welcome back, here's my solution. If you got it right, well done, move on to the next part of the lesson. Otherwise, I'll go through my solution now. So we'll start with the first and last terms. We've got 3x, we'll pop that in a bracket, all cubed. And then we've got negative 2 cubed at the other end. Next, we'll do our binomial coefficients. We've got power 3, so we want the third row, 0, 1, 2, 3. We want 1, 3, 3, 1. So we've got 1, 3, 3, 1. Then we'll do the powers of the first term, 3x. So we've got 3x squared and 3x to the power of 1. Then we'll do increasing powers of negative 2. We want a negative 2 in here, and then a negative 2 squared. Then we just tidy up and simplify. 3 cubed is 27, so that gives us 27x cubed. For the next term, we'll leave the 3 on the outside. We've got 3x in a bracket all squared, so that becomes 9 multiplied by x squared. And then we'll leave the negative 2 for now. And then we've got 3 multiplied by 3x, and then negative 2 squared is positive 4. And negative 2 cubed is negative 8. Finally, we'll just tidy everything up to finish off. We've got 3 times 9 times negative 2, so the answer is negative, and 3 times 9 times 2 is 54, so minus 54x squared. We've got 3 times 3 times 4, that's 36, so 36x minus 8.